In 2024, about a year ago, I have released a video where I was talking about dating Malaysian women, because I found that Malaysia was and still is, I think, not on the radar of many Western guys. So I thought I'd do this video about a year ago, because Malaysia is still underrated in terms of dating women there. And so I kind of wanted to promote maybe Malaysia also a little bit. By the way, recording this video here from amazing Penang in Malaysia, a stunning city. It's the second time I'm here, but really visiting now. The first time I was having a stopover at the airport about 14 years ago, but just so that you know where I am currently. And I will just give you a little tour here, talking about the topic of dating Malaysian women. So in this video from last year, you can go watch it. I gave an overview about my experience in dating Malaysian women, meeting them, having relationships with them, because I worked in Malaysia for a few years. And since I am again in Malaysia now, I thought it's a good opportunity to give an update, a 2025 update on dating Malaysian women. Because I also the video was quite successful. I have received a lot of feedback, positive feedback. Many guys said, Malaysia, thanks for sharing. I never thought about it, and so I had good feedback, and also a lot of questions I have received during the past months. So I want to address a few relevant things here, which I think are important or relevant to 2025 when it comes to dating Malaysian women, and basically also will answer a few questions. You see the old British architecture here, Penang. Malaysia used to be a British colony. There's a lot of this architecture here in town. It's an amazing city. It's gorgeous. Penang is fantastic. I've never thought it would be that way. Anyway, so dating Malaysian women, I quickly want to refer to my previous video where I talked, just want to give a very quick recap here, where I talked about that there is not the Malaysian woman, because Malaysia consists of 4 different races at least. You have the Malaysian, you have the Chinese Malaysians, you have the Indian Malaysians, you have the Malay Malaysians, and you have also the Orang Asli, the real indigenous people here who lived here first before all these other people came here. We will talk about an Orang Asli later, the person who commented. And Malaysia is divided, as you know, in West Malaysia and East Malaysia, and these places are also, like, you can say, 2 different worlds. I will not go into all the details here, but East Malaysia, Borneo is in East Malaysia, and this is where I worked for 3 years. Also a very underrated place when it comes to dating. I've talked about the characteristics of these different Malaysian women and what you have to pay attention to, and I also mentioned that it is actually harder to date here in Malaysia than in, let's say, in the Philippines, for example. So popular with Western guys. Here, if you want to be successful with dating women, you have to be boots on the ground. You have to be here. You need time and patience. And it's not a quick hook-up place like Thailand or the Philippines. And I also was talking about that Malay people, especially the Muslims, they will stick to their own people. So therefore it's already harder for non-Muslim people. And the Malaysian people, regardless of whether they're Muslim or Chinese or Hindu or whatever, I'm not even quite sure. Are there Hindu people here? I don't know what the Indian people who live here, what kind of religion they have. Is it Hindu? I think so, right? So anyway, regardless of the religion, Malaysian people, they date to marry. Yeah? And especially in Islam culture, what I know is that the term dating or the concept dating doesn't even really exist officially. Officially it is illicit to date in Islam, yeah, just for your information. The majority of the people here are Muslims in Malaysia, but not all, yeah. So anyway, just to address a few comments and questions. One viewer asked me to rate Filipinos over Malaysians. What would be my rating? Who is better, Filipinas or Malaysian girls? And of course that would require a separate video, but all I can say is if I want to give a quick comparison here, yeah, so both countries speak English very well, the Malaysians as well as the Filipinos, you know. Their English is on a decent level. That means also in Malaysia, as a tourist, you have it relatively easy to communicate. Everybody, a lot of people here speak English. Not an issue at all, especially the Chinese Malaysians, they speak English very well, similar like Singapore. The work ethic, Malaysians have a great work ethic, as I find. This is my experience. Hard workers, business people. Depends on the ethnicity, of course. The Chinese Malaysians are very industrious people, but yeah. And both. I don't know about the. I mean, I don't want to say anything against the Philippine work ethic, but I would claim that when you compare Malaysian work ethic to the Philippines, the Malay work ethic wins. That's what I want to say. But both women, Malaysian women, and when I say Malaysian women, I always include the Chinese, the Indian, Orang Asli and the Malays. Both the Filipinas and the Malaysian girls are great, let's call it marriage material. Yeah? That's my conclusion, my opinion. I know people who are married to Filipinas, and I know Western guys who are married to Malaysian women. So that's my take. One other viewer asked me, what is the best approach, how to best approach Malaysian women. He asked, can I just go to the mall and ask for phone numbers? Going to a shopping mall and approaching the girl cold and asking for phone numbers. No, you don't want to do that. Yeah. You need time and patience in order to be successful here. What I said already, you want to be boots on the ground, travel here, live here, I don't know, retire here, like I did. I worked here, and I can tell you, it took some time to get in touch with the girls. Again, if you need fast track service, then the Philippines or Thailand is your place to go. By the way, we are now in Chinatown here. I think this is the area of the Chinese places. Let's go here. And so, what's the next point here? I mentioned Malays, Muslim Malay people, and also the girls prefer their own folks, Malays and Muslim. And this is what I know, this is my experience also. Certainly you have exceptions. I have received one viewer comment. She is a Malaysian Muslim lady, and she said, no, Marcel, you're wrong. There are many Malay Muslim women who are actually, they love Western guys, but they're just too shy to show them or to talk to them. And the problem is, she said, and these women, these Muslim Malay women who apparently like these Western guys, they're also they're not sure whether these Western guys like Muslim women, you know. So you see, it's kind of, how you call it, deadlock in English, huh? The Muslim Malay women are too shy to approach the Western guys, and the Western guys maybe think, oh, you know, these are Muslim girls, and I don't know if this is good for me, and this and that, you know. So I was surprised to read that comment, you know. So, but it's actually good news for the guys, right? I believe that when I talk about foreigners, we have the Western foreigners, you know, usually coming from Western countries, but there are many other foreigners who are coming from Muslim countries, and I think Malaysian women are actually open to date and actually to marry these guys. And I know there are Malaysian women married to, like, let's say, Turkish guys or other nationalities, you know, foreigners who come from other Muslim countries. I think that's okay. Muslim Malay women are open to that. Yeah? Another question, and it fits the location here. Another comment I got, or question, was whether I find Indian women attractive, or whether I ever dated an Indian woman. So yes, I do find Indian women also attractive in general, but I prefer the slim ones, okay? And that should suffice for you guys here. I have dated an Indian woman, actually an Indonesian woman from Indian descent, in Medan many years ago. So they also have people from India living in Indonesia who came a long time ago. So yeah, we are right now in Little India, by the way. I forgot to mention this, you know, as you might have guessed already. Little India in Penang. It's an amazing place. And it's so gorgeous, so rustic, this place here, the old colonial style architecture. I love that stuff. You know, I'm not this kind of travel guy, video creator. There are plenty of other videos about Penang for sure on YouTube, 100%, but just want to show you this here quickly. This is shops everywhere, snacks everywhere, food everywhere, you know, a great place. Yeah, so I dated once for a short while a Indonesian woman with Indian descent, or from Indian descent, but I find Indian women also very attractive. Yeah. Malaysian women are, this is also what other guys find, are not so, let's say, desperate to marry up or to upgrade in terms of marriage. And this is what I can also confirm. I mentioned this in my video from last year, you know, like, yeah, Malaysian women, I don't know, they are more settled here in the country. They welcome foreigners, yes, but they're not really looking so much, I don't know, to get out of the country or to marry a foreigner or a Western foreigner, to get out of the country or to, I don't know. Look at this. Trees already growing in there. Yeah, so Malaysian women in general, they are quite content with their folks, yeah, with their guys, with their country and everything. So there are different dynamics than in, let's say, in Thailand or the Philippines, you know. This is what I mean when I say that, or other guys also commented that Malaysian women don't seem to be so desperate like, let's say, Filipinas or Indonesians or Thais. And that's correct, also in my estimation. Yeah. Another viewer asked me which city or state, in which city or state in Malaysia can he find good practice Muslim women who like to date foreigners. Yeah, that comes back to the answer I gave earlier. So apparently here are, I know that Muslim Malaysian women are married to Muslim foreigners, and now we also learned that Malay Muslim women are interested to date Western foreigners. So where to find these women, these good practice Malaysian women? You find them everywhere in Malaysia, that's all I can say. I mean, the majority of the women here, the vast majority, whether they are the Chinese, the Indian or the Malay Muslim women, they are conservative, good girls, decent women, gorgeous women, women with value, feminine women, women with feminine interests, women who understand their role as a woman also in a relationship and marriage. So there will be no issue. If you are a Muslim foreigner, whether you are Western or not, I'm pretty sure that you have good chances to meet good practice Malaysian women here in Malaysia. Yeah? As long as you are a Muslim, big plus point for you. Okay, so what's next? Yeah, another guy asked me a similar question. Which girls are better, Vietnamese or Malaysian women? I've done a video last year about this topic, talking about Vietnamese women and Indonesian women, so I think the same applies here. I don't need to make another video about this, but you might wanna check out this video I recorded last year. And yeah, same thing. So I prefer Malaysian women over Vietnamese. Vietnamese are also pretty girls and everything, but the dating, they don't speak English. You know, the dating is easy in Malaysia. It's not really easier here, but at least the girls speak English, you know. The communication is so important. In Vietnam, you cannot do anything. This is just my experience. You cannot do much, you know, unless maybe you go to Saigon and date there. But I'm pretty sure there are also Vietnamese women who speak English. But this is just my general take, you know. So I would prefer Malaysian women over the Vietnamese women, looking at the entire package, when I count everything together, bottom line. Another question or comment was from a guy who is interested in dating Chinese Malaysians, and he was asking a similar question like the other one. So which city state can he find Chinese Malaysians? So basically also everywhere. Chinese Malaysians are living everywhere inside of Malaysia, but especially I would say places, of course, like KL, Kuala Lumpur, the capital city, and Ipoh, which is a city north of KL, Penang, where I'm currently 100% you have a Chinese community here, and also KK, Kota Kinabalu, in Borneo, is a place where you have a great Chinese community. So there's also no problem to meet Chinese people in Malaysia, because they are everywhere. Now the last comment here is from a Orang Asli. Remember the Orang Asli? These are the folks who are the original indigenous people from Malaysia. They were living already here for thousands of years. That's Penang, and we are here in Armenian Street. It's a very famous street, Armenian Street, World Heritage Site. You already get an idea how it looks like here. It's another rustic place, history, pure history and heritage. It's look at this Chinese temple here. Amazing. So this guy or girl, I don't know whether it was a guy or girl, said that he or she is an Orang Asli, so a non-Muslim, okay, and he said, or she said that so this person has the impression that many foreigners actually think that the majority, that all Malaysian girls or women here are Muslims, and this is wrong. Not all Malaysian women are Muslims, but I understand this is the impression many people have about Malaysia because they don't know much about the country. They were never here, they never visited, so they just think, oh, this is like Saudi Arabia or what, Pakistan maybe. No. You see, you look around what's going on here. This is a typical example for Malaysia, yeah, besides of the tourists you have here, but the tourists are part of Malaysia, yeah. So you have Western foreigners, you have other foreigners, you have Malay people, you have Chinese people, you have Indian people. You've seen them all on my video already now, right? This is Malaysia. This is very multicultural, very international, and everybody is living peacefully together. And not all Malaysian women are Muslims, huh? And what else? This person also said that the person thinks that foreigners are not really family oriented and just want to have fun. So this is basically a little bit our stigmata. This is maybe also what some Malaysian women think about Western men, you know. But that was only the personal opinion of this person who commented here. But I can imagine there are more Malaysian women who would think the same way, because you just have to look at Thailand or other countries in Southeast Asia or the Philippines, and then you know what's going on. So the Western guys it's basically their own fault if they end up with such a bad image. You just look at what's going on in Bangkok or Phuket or Pattaya, what kind of activities these Western dudes are involved in, and this is also a very famous site here, and these Western guys who are hanging out in the drinking holes and wasting their time and money with hookers and prostitutes en masse. Yeah, so Malaysian women are maybe a little bit skeptical, and they ask themselves also, well, why should we get engaged with these guys, are not serious, just play around, gamblers, drinkers, maybe not family oriented, and yeah. But this person also commented that he or she saw many foreigners date Borneo girls and Chinese girls here in Malaysia, or even married them. I have one colleague, he is from Wales. His name is Billy. I worked with him. Yeah, I think he is now married with his Chinese Malaysian wife, former girlfriend, and yeah, my girlfriend, my Malaysian girlfriend, came from Borneo at the time. Borneo girls are a little bit a different story. I talked about this in my video from last year. You wanna go and watch this video. I also find that Borneo girls, so the East Malaysian girls compared to the girls from the peninsula, are different. A lot of Christians are also living in East Malaysia. I find the girls in Borneo, they have nothing to do with these Malay girls here. The girls in Borneo are the Malaysian girls who live in Borneo. Most of them are very closely related to the Borneo people who live in Indonesia, and also they are closely related to the Filipinos. The Philippines is not far away from Borneo. As a matter of fact, Philippines still claims parts of North Malaysia, even still today, because it used to be a Philippine Sultanate. But anyway, with that being said, I'm checking out for today. And yeah, one more thing. This person, this Orang Asli, which I was talking about just now, also said that it seems that many foreigners, especially Westerners, like the Chinese girls here, the Chinese Malaysian girls, and I would not wonder why that is. Really, really hot women here, these Chinese women, so very attractive, hot women. So yeah, I would not be surprised if many Western guys would be interested to date these women, So I actually came here already, but to close this video now, thanks for watching, and then I hope I could give you some clarification, some updates here. Nothing has really changed in 1 year, but I think that were solid points here, important ones to consolidate a little bit on the matter here. But if you have other questions, let me know in the comment sections, and then see you in Penang. See you in one of my next videos. Take care, bye bye.